up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com. So I will state for, just for everybody to know, this is not a hit piece on Cali Muscle. I like Cali Muscle. I consider him a friend. However, flip my hat back around here to get serious. However, something he said, or I didn't listen to the whole context. I'm gonna be real. So this is actually responding to people's questions brought forth by Cali's alleged comments. I haven't heard that. I heard a little bit of it in his initial video. You take all these protein powders and these supplements and your heart's gonna stop. And I'm like, okay, maybe he meant supplements like steroids. Because the video afterwards, he went off about how he's on steroids. And I mean, I'm not one of those natty or not guys. I'm not gonna go and be like, he was not natty. I'm like, there's certain things that you just know. And the dude walks around at probably I don't believe weights. I never saw him weigh himself. Let's say he's 230 pounds year round, jacked, veiny. Yeah, I'm going to guess he's on some androgenic support. So I was assuming he was talking about steroids and he just kind of said protein powders because, he's talking about like stuff in general. And then there was a follow-up video. I saw the title. I didn't watch it. It's like, why protein powder is bad for you. And I don't know what he said. Don't care. At the end of the day, I just want to address what people are asking me. Because I am the YouTube protein guy. I own multiple companies that produce proteins, from plant protein to whey protein to blended proteins. I have multiple brands. I'm the guy who gets the questions about that, and that's fine. And I wanted to just bring some science into the fact, because it's funny when I comment on health, like, hey guys, we should probably be healthy. It'll help prevent viruses and stuff. And, maybe take these antiviral replication supplements like Ambrosia Vita, which has quercetin, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, elderberry, inulina, all that stuff. And people are like, you're not a doctor. Yet when Cali Muscle says that protein is bad for you, everybody thinks that, the National Institute of Health just declared protein bad for you. But fortunately for us, we have this thing called science. And fortunately for me, I am a member since day one, since their first ever expo of the International Society of Sport Nutrition. So I'm going to cite now, there are many studies cited in this. This is the position stand by the ISSN. First off, let's talk about the different types of protein really quickly. You have food protein, right? Let's say it comes from milk. Say it comes from eggs. Let's say it comes from beef, chicken, fish. Okay, those are proteins. Let's say you have something like whey. This is my brand. This is MTS Whey. Whey is simply milk. And milk protein contains 80% caseinate and 20% whey. This is simply taking the whey protein from milk protein, dividing it, and then going ahead and putting it into powder form. Or it can be put into curds. There's like childhood stories about whey curds. Like, who the hell eats whey curds? I don't know, but it's a thing. So anyway, this is essentially separated milk with flavoring in it. Now, Cali Muscle owns, I don't know his ownership percentage, his own company, Hyphy. So if he doesn't trust supplement quality, that's on him to fix within his own brand. Within my brand, I can tell you, not only do we undergo the most rigorous testing of material coming in, but we also test it going out per NSF guidelines, because we are manufactured in an NSF GMP facility. I don't know where Cali manufactures his, because he also allowed pre-workout into it. I know it's a pre-workout. However, if he doesn't trust the quality of supplements, that's on him. I don't trust his brand. I don't trust any other brand but my own. And I'll say that I hope every other company owner says this, because that's pride. I only take my brand. I only take MTS. I only take Ambrosia Planta. I only take those supplements that I produce, JF Whey, that I own with Chris Jones, right? Or 015 Nutrition Big Hydro. I own multiple brands, and I trust my brands because I'm involved in the quality control. If he doesn't trust other brands, he needs to do a better job quality controlling his own supplement brand. And that's not an insult, but again, I don't know the context. I'm just saying, if you don't trust supplements and you own a supplement company, be the cure. I am the cure. I create the best supplements, period. The highest quality, most rigorously tested. You should see the money we spend testing ambrosia. So, okay, you have whey, right? Caseinate. Well, it's simply the other half, the 80% or the other part of milk protein. You have plant-based protein like ambrosia planta. We basically synthesize protein from brown rice. Yes, it is a very, very, very expensive and crappy process because, I mean, there's not a lot of protein in rice, right? And pea protein, which creates a very high quality, 80% biological value protein when you combine the two. And with planta, we also add in vegan fermented amino acids, so the amino acid profile more closely matches that of whey, which is the highest biological value with over 107% biological value. Biological value means how much of the protein you could actually use. The reason it could be above 100 is it was created before whey. So it was created using egg. At that time, egg was 100. So egg's 100. Whey protein surpassed egg, so 107. So it's like, how can you be above 100%? It's because the standard was egg. And whey protein, when they synthesized it and they started producing it in mass quantities, there it is. So basically, all whey protein powder all plant protein powder is basically the protein, a part of the protein of either a plant or a animal product that is put into powder form. You can make beef protein powder like carnivore from Muscle Meds or whatever. You can make, there's salmon powder, there's chicken powder. You can put anything into a powder. It's not hard. Like, think about it. They make jerky, right? Like, similar. Like, it's just a processing technique. So now I went over the difference in the protein. Basically, protein powder is food. And again, if you don't trust your supplement company, if you own a supplement company, that's on you. That's not on me. So don't go pooping on people who actually do it right. And our company does it right. All of our companies, from 015 Nutrition Big Hydro to Ambrosia to JF Whey with Pump Chasers and what I own with Chris, I am 100% behind the quality of control of those. My kids drink them. My daughter makes a whey protein shake twice a day. My sons drink protein at least once a day. I will not put anything into my kids' bodies, as far as nutrition is concerned and everything, unless I know what's going in there. That's why we don't use other brands, because I know exactly what's in my brands, okay? This might I'm going to just read this, okay? So the ISSN did a position paper, and I will link it down below on protein. And it's basically on protein, and they also had a section on safety. Now, lucky for us, it's only a page. So let's go into this, right? Despite a plethora of studies demonstrating safety, much concern still exists surrounding the clinical implications of consuming increased amounts of protein, particularly on renal and hepatic health. Renal would be kidneys. A lot of people, you say excess protein hurts your kidneys. Majority of these concerns stem from renal failure patients and educational dogma that has not been rewritten as evidence amounts to the contrary. Certainly, it's clear that people in renal failure, that's kidney failure, benefit from protein-restricted diets. But extending this pathophysiology to otherwise healthy exercise-trained individuals who are not clinically compromised is inappropriate. Published reviews on this topic consistently report an increased intake of protein by competitive athletes and active individuals provides no indications of hepatorenal harm or damage. And there's 3 citations. Again, you can read this. This is supported by a recent commentary which referenced reports from the World Health Organization where they indicated a lack of evidence linking a high protein diet to renal disease. Okay, there's more. I'm going to move on. Okay. Recently, Antonio and colleagues, Jose Antonio is the president of the ISBN, one of the founders, published a series of original investigations that prescribed extremely high amounts of protein, 3.4 to 4.4 grams per kilogram per day. That's a lot of protein, right? And have consistently reported no harmful effects. 4 references cited. The first study in 2014 consumed a high protein diet, 4.4 grams per kilo for 8 weeks. There were no change in adverse outcomes. A follow-up investigation required participants to ingest up to 3.4 grams of kilo per day for 8 weeks, and it recorded no changes in any of the blood parameters commonly used to assess clinical health. So no effect on liver or kidney function. I think you get the point. So let's go to the takeaway, the key points. Number 1, multiple review articles indicate that no controlled scientific evidence exists, none, not one study, indicating that increased intakes of protein pose any health risks in healthy exercising individuals. Statements by large regulatory bodies have also indicated that concerns about one's health secondary to ingesting high amounts of protein are unfounded, and a series of controlled investigations spanning up to 1 year in duration by Antonio et al., utilizing protein intakes of up to 2.5 to 3.2 grams per kilogram per day in healthy resistance-trained individuals consistently indicate that increased intakes of protein exert no harmful effects on blood lipid or markers of kidney and liver function. This is by no means a knock on Cali Muscle. I am more than happy that my friend has survived this heart attack. However, when I get bombarded with messages because there is a claim made that a product that I put on the market, protein powder, whether he made the claim or not, people construed it. He could have, I don't know, I don't want to do the word salad thing. Well, he didn't say that. He said some protein. Okay, then I'm going to say that I'm not some protein. I am the fucking protein. I am the man when it comes to protein. I know what I'm doing and my quality control is top notch. Okay, when someone makes a statement or a claim that one of the products that I produce can cause heart attacks and other deleterious health effects, you're damn right I'm going to get out there and I'm going to say something about it. And also, I don't want people afraid to have protein. Protein is very effective and very healthy in helping individuals to not only control a healthy weight or be at a healthy weight, as satiety, at keeping their hunger at bay, but also at making gains. There are tons of benefits to having a higher protein intake. That doesn't mean more is better. That means that there are studies done with up to 4.4 grams per kilogram of body weight per day is sufficient. Now, what do I normally do for my coaching clients? I normally have them take in 1 gram per pound of body weight per day, not lean body mass, but body weight per day. That's more than enough. That's sufficient, and there won't be problems. But to think that protein powder is some magical thing that is unhealthy while chicken breast is healthy, and then even further on the stupid fucking scale, to think that protein in general is bad for you, you got to screw loose in your head, okay? Or you just don't know how to read studies, or you refuse to read data. And you just go by what you read in the mainstream media. You just go by some bro lore that you heard. You just go by some old wives' tales. I live in the world of reality. I live in a world of science where if a new study came out tomorrow and showed that protein powder made your kidneys fail, I'd be the first one to do a video and be like, damn, I think we need to reevaluate what we're doing in life. But they don't. And to think that, how do I put this without being insulting? To think that Cali Muscle is a more credible voice on protein safety than Joey Antonio and all of the other scientists at ISSN is not a knock to Cali. I don't have a PhD either. It's absurd. All right, protein powder's fine. And if Cali did say something that was not insinuating that protein powder is bad for you, then y'all need to learn how to listen to a dude, okay? But being that you guys took it, that he said that protein powder is bad and will cause your heart to explode, that's a problem. And that's something that I need to address. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I got to say it. If you want to buy my supplements, they're at tigerfitness.com. The brands I own include, probably more, but 015 Nutrition, Pump Chasers with Chris Jones, 015 is with Brandon Curry. Also MTS Nutrition, of course, Ambrosia with Mike Rashid, Shantor Body. A lot of good brands out there, a lot of trustworthy brands, but I only speak for myself. I don't speak for other brands because they can speak for themselves. Okay, at the end of the day, we don't play this shit. I am not going to sit back and let people be misled to think that the stuff I'm putting on the market is any means dangerous because, again, my kids take these products, and that means a lot. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video with any of your stupid friends who think that protein kills you, and remember, and do all your shopping at tigerfitness.com, of course. And of course, that's not a game. The best booster isn't a shot. It's your natural immune system. Every time we step out into the world, we are attacked by viruses that do their best to break down our defenses. Vita helps solve this problem. Vita contains proven antiviral replication supplements and Imulina to ensure that your body is primed to defend itself against foreign invaders. Don't go another day unprotected. Get your Vita today.